What's up everybody, this is Scott with 512 Garage.
This is Jake with pa.driven, and today we're going to do some track prep on the C5 Z06. We were lucky enough to have Steve from Beast Projects give us the AMSOIL severe gear, torque drive, and some brake fluid.
That's right, and we're also going to be installing some stainless steel brake lines from Goodridge, and you can pick these up on the 512 Garage website. And stick around to the end of the video because we got a big surprise for you. We're going to be installing 4 of these and a bunch of these little things. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss this one. All right, you guys, now that we got the car up on the lift, it's time to get all of the wheels and tires off because, well, we're going to have to do that anyway in order to change out those brake lines, flush that old brake fluid, and get the new surprise on the car at the end of the video.
All right guys, next we're going to do the rear differential fluid change using the AMSOIL severe gear fluid. We have these nice squeeze pouches instead of using the hand pump. We'll see how that goes. So let's get started.
All right guys, now that we have the differential fluid changed, we're gonna go ahead and swap out this transmission fluid. And just like we did on the differential, we're gonna get that fill plug out first, just to make sure we can get it loose before we remove the drain plug. So let's get started. Now that we have fresh fluid in the differential and the transmission, it's time to get some fresh brake fluid in this Z06. But before we do that, we've got to siphon out all of this old brake fluid from the master cylinder reservoir. Then we're going to go ahead and swap out these brake lines for those stainless ones. And then finally, we're going to bleed these brakes using the power bleeder from Motive. And when it comes time to bleed those brakes, I'm going to show you there's 2 ways you can actually use the power bleeder. So let's get started. All right, now that we've got all of that old brake fluid out of that reservoir, it's time to replace these old brake lines with these upgraded stainless steel ones from Goodridge. So now that we have 4 brand new stainless steel brake lines on this Z06, it's time to fill this system with some fresh AMSOIL brake fluid. And we're gonna do that using the power bleeder from Motive Products. And there's 2 ways to use this power bleeder. You can fill the reservoir here full of brake fluid, pressurize it, and begin the bleed procedure. The other way, the way we've chosen to use it, is just as an air chamber to pressurize the system. Now the trade-off is you don't have to clean this thing when you're finished using it, but you do have to make sure that the reservoir in the car stays full of fluid throughout the entire procedure. Otherwise, you're going to end up pumping air through the system. Now make sure you check the bleed sequence for your car, because they did change in the C5 Corvette starting in 01. We just finished bleeding the brakes. It's time to get this car down on the ground. But before we do, remember I told you we had a little surprise for you at the end? Check this out. That's right, we're putting a set of Forgestar F14's on this Z06. They're wrapped with Ventus V12 tires from Hankook, 305s in the back, 285s in the front. Let's get this car on the ground so we can see what it looks like. All right, you guys, that does it for another video. Check out Jake's Z06 with these Forgestars on here. Man, these things look awesome. Hey, that does it for another video. Thanks for stopping by the channel. If you have any questions about anything you saw in this video or any of my other videos, you know you can always email me, scott@five12garage.com. Now remember, stop by 512garage.com if you want to pick up a set of those stainless steel brake lines or any other product for your modern Corvette, C5 through C8. If you want a shirt or a hat, we've got them up on the site too. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. Smash the like button and leave me some comments, because you guys know I love interacting with people who love cars and Corvettes just as much as I do. Till next time, see ya.